do our category fix over on Twitch again. Boom, just did that. So what I did was I went and I pulled up the Roberts Space Industries website and I logged into it. And now that bad token you'll see is gone. You have to authenticate when you play, and for whatever reason sometimes that doesn't work. I know yesterday evening I was watching people and there was a period when getting authenticated was a problem. That is the opening bell for the stock market. Again, I do have that over on a third monitor. That was one of our alerts at the triggering, telling us that the GBTC had gone above, had triggered one of our alerts. It was at or above a certain price. So we will have to reclaim the spaceship we were in when we got disconnected. And also it didn't reconnect us back to that spaceship, which makes me believe that it wasn't a situation where my client disconnected from the server, that it was indeed a server crash. If we go into, we get out of the elevator here, we'll go in to see how many people are on the server. If we look at the server, 37 out of 43, so let's clear this off the screen. Ship. Minutes. It says version with factory setup. So let's see if we lose the guns that we had on there. Somebody's complaining about a 30K in chat. So I'm not going to pay an expedited fee. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here at the jobs. Always accept this one. So it doesn't have a record of the jobs. Now we paid 1,000 Alpha UEC, right, for the permit, and yet we lost that because it hadn't finished yet. Let's go here to the spaceship. Now let's look at the ship we were using. The weaponry, attrition, dominant. So it looks like that stuff is still there. So that's wonderful. We just need to wait until our ship is reclaimed. We'll do that. We'll also see if the server's going to crash again or not. So, no spoilers for those of you who watch The Expanse, which is a sci-fi space series. Started out on the Sci-Fi Network, moved over onto Amazon. So if you've got your Amazon Prime, you can watch it. They had their season 5 finale was it premiered yesterday on Wednesday, and so as you might expect, it was rather interesting. But I'm not going to spoil it. There'll be no spoilers in this stream for anybody who hasn't watched it. If you haven't watched The Expanse at all, start at season 1, work your way up through season 5. If you have been watching but just haven't watched it yet, then, you know. And if you read the books and like the books, the TV show has been, and I haven't read the books, but I've read about stuff. The TV show has been fairly faithful to the books. There's a couple things they've done, but the nice thing is the writers of the books essentially are, you know, very involved in the production of the TV show, and they've got a showrunner, you know, that seems to get it. And so every time they've changed from the way the books were, the explanation has seemed like it was something that made it better for TV. That if the book authors who are involved with the TV show are fine with it, it's like if they had written it for TV to begin with, you know, they conceivably would have been done that way. So. And people have said that The Expanse is the most like Star Citizen. So up there in chat, somebody says, I just got a 30K and was at 4K mass, 40% quantum rock. So somebody was mining, they were on a good rock, they had mined some stuff. And then another person says, it's alpha, guys, get used to it. I've lost 4+ load of refined quantanium. So yeah, that's another reason. See, so there's two things. When a patch comes in, you lose cargo that you've bought that's on a ship. You lose any rocks that have been mined but haven't been refined, or ore that's been refined but hasn't been sold at market yet. When a 30K comes in and the server crashes, your refining jobs will still be running. The cargo that was on a ship that's stored will still be there. But if you have a ship full of mined stuff, or you have a ship full of cargo and a 30K happens, right now it doesn't save it. We don't have persistence of that. You lose it. So that's what people are talking about up there in global chat. Somebody bought 460 SCU of Laranite and 30K. It's alpha, been there, can't play it like a finished game. Absolutely. That's why if you do use that code that I posted in chat or in the description of this video to decide that you're going to back this game, you need to know it's not a finished game. It's not a perfect game. It's not an optimized game. There are still problems with it. And if you're not willing to deal with that, then don't spend any money on this game. Let me be very upfront about that. If you do decide to do it, well then using my code will get you 5,000 free in-game credits above and beyond what you would normally start with. And if enough people use the code, I'll get something nice too. But let me be really clear that you know, it's not like a released game. It's definitely an alpha right now, and server stability comes and goes with the patches. 3:25, so we got 7 minutes left. And, you know, it's going to cost us money to get it back quicker. I'm going to elect not to pay that. buy some water. We'll stow this in our suit. All right, so I bought a water. And if we look in our internal storage now, it should have showed us the water was there. Oh, there it is. There's the water. In the chest storage. Boom. So we now have water in our chest. Now if you want to eat or drink anything, over here are my, I'm 100% on water, I'm 100% on food, right? This is all of our stuff. But if I want to eat or drink, I have to take my helmet off. You can do it this way. And then your helmet is off, right? So you could go up to the burritos and you could get a burrito, but you can't store the burritos in your suit, which I guess makes sense. So you might have a messy suit, you got to eat them right away. Well, at this point, we don't need food, so there's no point in eating. But then if we were to go and we were to walk out into the vacuum of space without our helmet on, then we would gasp for air and potentially die. So after you eat or drink, you have to put your helmet back on. And we can do that. Let's see if it pops on here in a second. Boom, there we go. Our helmet's back on. Something to keep in mind. Also, if you're doing FPS combat and you have a gun or your pistol, if you've got the rifle or the pistol in your hands and you die, then it drops on the ground there and you lose it. If you're in a cave and you're doing hand mining and you've got your multi-tool there, then you'll lose that as well. See, it looks like we've got multi-tool or something in that hand, and we've got multi-tool or something in that hand, or on our belt. Let's go look here at Equipment Manager. There's the thing, if you have two multi-tools equipped, you go to jail or something. I forget what the deal is on that, but go ahead and take that off. Armor. I want to unequip this too. Equip. There we go. Now you notice I don't have any med pins in here. It's always good to have med pins available. And I forget what the OxyPin keybind is. I was thinking about that the other day. Let's save these changes. I always have to click save. Always have to click save. I need to look and see what the OxyPin keybind is because I've forgotten that. So we go to key bindings, and like down here, not for flight, but on foot, you can see heal. C will stab you with the med pin. That's the one I remember. Is C. I had not remembered that B was the oxygen. So C and B. B is oxygen. Okay. But yeah, that's how you can tell the your key bindings. You notice X is prone, but modifier 1, which is the Alt key, is white visor. So, for instance, if I hit X, I prone out. But if I hold the Alt key down and I hit X, it wipes visor. So, there's a lot to memorize. I certainly don't have them all memorized. I have a Stream Deck, one of the little small Stream Decks. I should hook that thing back up, and then I can map some of this stuff. Or I've got this keyboard that I could 1 minute, 20 seconds. That ship's going to be there. Or I've got this programmable keyboard. I can put some of the stuff on the keyboard. Oh, man. Cold weather helps me sleep, but the heat running in my house dries out the air a little bit. My coffees in the morning help my boys come back. Okay. Let's go ahead and do spend another 1,000 credits on the Tracker Beginner certification. Okay, there we go. Asim Chaplin. That's who we're after right now. Where are they in the universe? Over at Hurston. Over at Area. Go. Let's get our spaceship. Pad 1. Make sure we got our helmet on. Still we do. Spaceship now.
Origin shipboards at your service. Core system operational.
Go for takeoff. Reset our.
You are clear to launch.
Very good. Okay. Got that programmed in. Let's take off.
Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Get lined
Thank you.
up.
Please visit again.
Ready. On it over there. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Never done this before. I'm going to try running a 60-second commercial while we're in warp. Maybe that'll keep people from having to see a pre-roll if they come in later. Be right back. So for those of you that may be watching, okay, so I got a message now that says pre-roll ads are disabled for 21 minutes. So I think that means if somebody is not a subscriber and they're not paying for Twitch Turbo, if they come into my channel in the next 21 minutes, they won't have to watch an ad first. I think that's what it means. And so this may actually help get viewers by running a commercial during a time when we're doing quantum travel. I don't really know. It does give me a countdown on my Twitch console of how much time is remaining in the commercial. So we've only got 13 seconds, 10 seconds remaining. Also, not sure if this shows up in the YouTube feed or not. I'm guessing not when it gets exported to YouTube. So boom, there you go. I play around with that. If that works the way that I think it did, then that might be a benefit when you start a quantum travel to run an ad. That way, if people want to, like come into your channel later, they don't have to see a commercial. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Plus, I'll look on when this gets exported. I'll look and see if a commercial's in it or not. Was it the 22-minute mark? I'm definitely not doing it for ad revenue. I can tell you that right now. Oh, and it gives me another timer. It says pre-roll off, and it started a tick down from 20 minutes, 21 minutes. Hey, finding out some of this stuff for the first time is, how you find out stuff. But now let's try not to get blown up. The last time I tried one of these, I got blown up pretty quick.
Quantum drive deactivated.
And when you drop out of quantum, don't sit still. That makes you easy pickings. Go aerial.
Quantum drive activated.
84 kilometers away. Is where that marker is. I just biased my shields toward the front. Took cruise control off before I crash into anything. So we're looking for the bad guy. We just have to get close to the marker to spawn the bad guy in, which takes a little bit. Then you notice I've got my limiter right up there close to SCM. At the marker, so this will spawn in somewhere. We'll get a an indication of where the bad guy is. Mustang Delta. My cannon in the nose. That's not it. That's it right there. Now there's another hostile here who's behind me, so I just shifted shields. I earned my permit. All right. And so now I could go after. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my trigger one has got the regular, it's got the blasters, and it's got Shields is pretty good.
Shields under attack. Shields at full strength. Shields under attack. Shields at full strength. Shields at full strength.
sometimes things get bugged. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what? Let's say the heck with that guy. Which weapons do you have on your primary weapons group? So the primary group is the attrition in one wing and the dominant scatter in the other wing. And then my secondary group is a size 4 attrition in the nose. And Star Muppet, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see if we got any other bounty hunter jobs. Let's go after this guy right here. Okay, where is he in the universe? Over there. And I know when you have two different types on your wings, it means they're not going to converge. They're not going to converge in the same spot. I'm aware of that. That's one of the, you can say, maybe drawbacks. The reason I did it, you know what? I forgot to go in and overclock my attritions. Thank you for reminding me. But I figured the scatter gun and the other one would be good for the closer ranges, and the cannon, which is on the other weapons group, would be good for. It's not here; it's inside the cockpit that I want to do it. Okay. See, 0 and 1. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to guns. Or do you overclock these things? Is it under power? There we go. Overclock, overclock, overclock. Great. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, they do. Yeah, so supposedly, I mean, that's in the description for the attritions, is that they benefit from getting hotter. But somebody was saying it's not implemented in game yet. But I mean, I kind of like, it's good to build the habit of doing it, even if it's not implemented in the game. Build the habit now, so that when it does show up in game, you know, you'll already be in the habit of doing it. So thank you for reminding me to overclock. I forgot that as well. But yeah, I'm just trying to get better at the PvP. Although this is PV, you know, against the computer generated ones. Normally, I like to mine and I like to cargo haul and I like to do other stuff. But given the state of the patches and whatnot, I figured I'd put some time into this. So. Just fly around and wait until the enemy comes in. Oh, that's interesting. I just got to pop up my that ad that I ran a while back. It's now it's telling me pre-rolls are back on again. I hadn't experimented with ads. I don't particularly care for ads. That's why I pay for Twitch Turbo. I think it is, but I could be wrong. Yeah, well, you know, it could have worked at one time and then stopped working. That's the nature of this alpha game. Okay, there he is. They spawned. I still got my shields biased to the front.
Contact.
There we go. Let's do a target. That's weapon number 2. That's the cannon in the center. It's closer range. I switched to the other group. So you see that one worked pretty well. Thank you for the overclock again. It looks like that was pretty beneficial. So let's pick a clear course. Let's find another. And again, I think that was a VLRT too, though. So we want to go to an LRT. Let's accept this one. And see where he's at.
Contact.
Okay, I just heard contact, so there's another person here with, or another bad guy spawned in. But we're not going to get distracted by that. We're going to go to Magda and go after this other person. Hold your own in PvP, but you're not great at it. Mouse and keyboard against other players. Yeah, you got timed out there. It'll clear in 30 seconds just because you went over 140 characters. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. The bot did that. I'm flying with dual sticks. I started with keyboards, then I moved to dual sticks. So, but Star Muppet, you'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm not even going to worry about going over and doing that. That's just something the bot did. Take cruise control off before I forget and it wrecks me into something. I love the cruise control, but you gotta always be checking to make sure you know what the status is, or for sure you'll be flying somewhere and then you'll think you should be slowing down and it'll run you right into something. So I use it a lot though when I'm out here and I'm gonna go in and look at the mission list, or I'm gonna go in and look at the map, like to set something. I always like to be moving instead of sitting still, and so I toggle cruise control on and off a good bit. But you gotta be careful you don't have it on when you think it's off. Also, it'll run you into a rock pretty easy too, so I always make sure I can see far enough ahead.
Contact.
Okay.
Achieved missile block.
So that's the cannon off the nose.
Weapon systems overheated.
And then I switch to the group 1, which is the dominance of the scatter when I'm close. There's another hostile out here with us. That's one of those freelancers I had such a hard time going up before.
Alert. Weapon system activated.
Go back to the center. Back on the one.
Shields under attack.
Getting shot at by other players, so when I can get a chance, looking down at my shields, see where they're at. You notice I have a bias towards the front. I'm going to hit the 5 key and balance them back out because now there's other people here with me. I'm looking up at my spaceship. I see there's red. There's red on my spaceship. I'm taking some damage. I'm outnumbered. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go towards the opening. I'm going to spool up, and I'm going to beat a retreat from here. Get out of here before I get killed.
Quantum drive activated.
Probably go to Everest to prepare.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Okay, so the space station is a square looking icon on the star map. It may not be on this side. Let's go to our map. We can click Everest Harbor. Come on. This is something that really needs a rework. Clear route. Everest Harbor. Everest Harbor. Okay. Now you notice I had my cruise control on so that I was moving this whole time. Those red things you see flying, those are for my ship. My ship is smoking. That red warning light is on. Not in a good way right now. You can see my wing. Part of my wing is shot off. So, we definitely are in need of repairs. And the Everest Harbor is where we'll go for that. So you notice I got cruise control on. I'm going to aim beside the space station and not directly at the space station. That's always a good, helpful hint so that you don't run into anything. But yeah, my ship is flashing. It's in red. It's telling me, hey, I'm damaged. damaged right now. And so this is my routine: is I get close enough to call ATC.
Please proceed to assigned landing
And
bay.
then I cut off cruise control, and I put down landing gear. And that's how I make sure I don't forget
Landing gear
to do either
deployed.
one of those. That's like my little routine. About the only time I do
Attention. I have been authorized to scan your vehicle for security
Thurston
purposes.
bastards.
Please halt your vehicle and stand
Thurston
by.
security bastards. Where are they?
Okay, thanks. You're clear to proceed.
Okay, sometimes it's better to try to repair when you're hovering over the pad than after you've landed.
Landing complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alright, so now we can see our ship should be repaired here in a second. There we go. Now the ship is repaired. That's great. Come back inside.
Engines inactive.
What I'm gonna do is I'm getting hungry. I've had 2 cups of coffee and nothing to eat, so I'm gonna wrap the stream up here. We'll find somebody else that's streaming Star Citizen. We'll go ahead and do a little raid on them. But I do appreciate you watching. My name is Edward. I normally play this game weekday mornings here in the U.S. Try to get on a little bit earlier, between 7:30 and 8, and play till about 9 o'clock, 9:30, when the stock market opens. I got a late start this morning because I actually had some business to do when I first got up. And then I play before breakfast. If you play the same time of day and you'd be interested in doing some group stuff, I do have an organization called the Pareto Partnership. Pareto is how you can find it. And the information for that is typically pasted into the chat and also pasted into the comments for the VODs here on Twitch, and also when these get exported about a day later over to YouTube. So I want to thank you again. If you like what you see, go ahead and follow so you can get an alert when I'm streaming, and you can find me, easily find me again. So with that, I'm going to say thank you, and let's find somebody else who is streaming Star Citizen we can go raid. Give me a second to get off the elevator here. There we go. Alright, so let me see if I can do that. Let's see, raid. Pick the live channel to raid. Let's put in Star Citizen. Let's see if there's anybody. Space Cutlet is streaming. So let's go ahead and raid Space Cutlet. Tell everybody, tell them I sent you over there.